Hello again, this is Mike DeZino, America's Blind Tradesman, and I want to thank you for joining us here on ILoveMyTools.com. This is a continuation of the series of my drill press, which is one of my favorite tools because it allows me to do a lot of precision work, and I'm going to share some of those tricks that I've discovered over the years that allow a blind man to do it safely and to do it accurately. But right now, one of the modifications I made early on, probably within a few months after purchasing the drill press many years ago in the late 60s, I bought a bilateral feed vise, which is something it's akin to a milling machine vise. It has left and right and forward and back movements by simply turning these controls, and it moves very nicely. And it also has the ability to lock things into these jaws by simply opening these up and sliding these toward your work, away from your work. And of course you can bring them into sides, you can put them on angles, you can do whatever you need to do to create an instant universal clamp for whatever you're trying to hold and drill. The other thing is it also has the ability to rotate, and I will show you what that's all about here in 1 second. And this can spin. So you can actually mount something on here, and if it's like you want to drill holes into the perimeter of a circle, you can center it up and just keep punching the holes around the perimeter of the circle, which is a nice feature to have. And of course that locks. But what I found early on was there is one point where the drill bit should come down so that you're not drilling into the vise itself. And I paid attention to it, but some of the guys who worked for me over the years, or who I allowed to use the drill press, just began to drill anywhere. And when I found a couple of holes drilled into the surface here, I figured it was time to make the next innovation, which is, and let me show that to you, I built a sacrifice platform. That's the next innovation. It's nothing more than a scrap block of anything 3/4 of an inch thick with a block of 2x4 clamped on the bottom, and I just drop it in there. Let me put the caliper in there that locks it. Okay. And that goes right in there. And what this does is it allows me, and I just tighten it in place, and it allows me then to drill. And when it becomes all messed up, either flip the board over, just throw it away, and just make a new one. Because when you're cutting the holes with the large size hole cutters or whatever you're doing, Irwin bits or whatever, speed bores, you chew it up. But this way here, you don't care. You're not damaging anything permanently, and we can just put a blade in it. And I'm going to show you some other features this allows me to do with some other modifications that I have made with this table. For example, I can create an instant jig for me, which is, here we go. Here's a piece of 2-inch angle iron. Let's say I wanted to drill that angle iron. Well, what I can do is if I have multiple pieces to drill, I can just simply take a block like this, put it here, once I get where I want it, and just clamp it to the table very quickly and easily. Make an instant jig. And with the ability to turn the vise, I have the ability to put the iron exactly where I need it to be so that I can put a hole right where I want it to be. And let me just get a drill bit. Alright, now let's say I want to drill, this is a 1/2-inch drill bit, and this is a piece of 2-inch angle iron, and let's just say I want to drill in a very precise place. What I can do is I can clamp the angle iron onto here, up against this stop that I created for it, bring it down to there, and here's a trick. I have, and I'll someday show all of this too and explain this, but I have all these pieces of aluminum bar stock. This is a 1/2 by 1 inch. I also have 3/8 by 1 inch, and I have many different sizes. I even have a 3/4 by 3/4. Well, 3/4 by 3/4, wow, I'm better than I know. That's darn near within a couple of thousandths of an inch. There you go. And now that drill bit will drill dead center on the 2-inch dimension this way. And if I want to do multiple pieces, before I clamp that piece down, I can then do the same thing here And by doing this, that bit will be exactly, the hole will be exactly 1 inch centered in from the end. 1/2 inch drill bit, 1/4 inch either side is from the center. Add 3/4 to that, and that would make it 1 inch from here to the dead point of the drill. The other feature on this that I had shown you before was that I could pull the bit down to hold things. There, the bit is now holding down the piece of steel. You don't do it so that it's very strong, but you would do it so that you can hold it and line things up, or you could just raise it just a little bit, and of course then you can just dial it into where you need it to be by using the handles on the bilateral feed vise. Listen to me, I've done it so many years I don't even remember the words anymore. And it allows you to jig it up, because if I want to, once I establish it, if I had 100 pieces to drill just like that, and you find that that happens more often than not, I could just simply put a piece like this as a jig and just lock it, set it all up. I don't have to clamp the metal. I can just put the whole assembly exactly where I need it to be. This has been a very, very needed and a very, very important modification that I made by buying a bilateral feed vise like this that allows me so much flexibility, because now if I had to drill 100 of these, that's all I have to do. And with the vacuum cleaner being located right here, I could turn on the shop vac, and in between each drilling, I could just simply leave this running, pull my metal chips out, and keep the whole thing going so that I don't have to stop. It's, like I say, it was a very important addition to the drill press. Again, thank you for the opportunity to share with you. Thank you for coming to ilovemytools.com. Feel free to contribute to the tricks and the little tips that you'd like to share in our forum about the ways you've discovered to do safe and accurate drilling. And again, enjoy yourself, enjoy your tools, stay productive, stay safe. And this is Mike DeZinno, and thank you for coming to ilovemytools.com.